And that, Skull of Skulls, is why you shouldn't steal Sega games from the monsters of this forest.
That was the shittiest fucking story I've ever heard in my life, but not as shitty as your new mask.
Hey, this mask was the only one that was good.
Yeah, right.
I'll throw you in the fire if you keep this up. Oh, hello there, my insipid guest. Welcome back to another year of Horrorween. Sadly, we're not in the shed this time, but look at this creepy, dank, dark woods.
We live here now. Had to leave the shed because Bozo over here left a corpse in there for too long and stunk it out.
I thought our freezer was working. How was I supposed to know that there was no plug-in?
By looking?
We're not having this argument again. Anyway, I believe I need to show you one of the scariest video games ever created upon mankind.
Not this shit again.
A game so eerie and thrilling like a drill to the bone. A game that will make men and women cry over this game. I am, of course, talking about Shane Warne Cricket for the PS1. Oh, the horror, the horror! It is beyond comprehension that this manifestation exists.
It's just a fucking cricket game, you pinhead. I'm sick of the exaggerating for this game.
Shush, Skull of Skulls, they must know the dread and fear that is held within this title. They must know the key that is hidden beyond this game in the database. If they don't, well, they're not going to find out the little secret within this story.
Could you throw me in the fire now? It doesn't seem like a bad idea after all.
For those unaware of the sport, cricket is a game that consists of two teams where one team bats and the other team bowls. The goal for the bowler is to hit the wicket that's being defended by the batsman in order to call him out, and the batsman has to hit the ball well enough for both batters on the pitch area to run from one end to the other, gaining more run points. The team switches around in the same situation and choose. The team with the most run points wins the game.
But that's not what shivers my timbers. Let me introduce you to Shane Warne.
This mystical human being is declared as the creature of the daytime who comes striking with a flaming red fireball, destroying wicked villages before you could say red rum. Red rum. Red rum. When born on September 13th, 1969, an uproar began and the world burned into chaos. The Beatles departed, man took over the moon, the Vietnam War began, and canned beer outsold the bottled. It was the beginning of the apocalypse. When the Warne of Shame grew older and times grew darker, he took part in joining the cricket cult, defending Australia against the international. Shane bowled and bowled his fireball at the opponent's wicket several times, achieving a record of taking the most out in all of Test cricket. He'd go on from 1992 to 2007 and finally retire from his reign of terror amongst the lands. Although the celebrity inside of him was brought out, the lingering flame will drive our spirits forever. But from that course of time, the Warne of Shane ordered some third-party team known as Codemasters to create a game based around his love of cricket, with his concentrated, deadly name and face on the cover.
It's a lot to muster, but we must find the weakness within this game so we can demolish its existence. But we're still gonna continue.
The game boots up an FMV intro sequence showing off the bold, worldly signification that this is a Shane Warne cricket game, with a parade of flags, bats, a shooting ball, wickets, legs, and a scope of global grace in the style of a generic 90s anything, with pots and pans, drums, slow motion, fades, and distorting echoes. Fine and all, except for the hidden dark themes represented in this piece of solemn murder. The shooting star ball signifying as an asteroid that will blow up the wicket known as the Earth in one clear blow, zooming past all the nations and countries, dissolving them into asphalt, with our only hope being as the one to become a bat to reflect it out past Pluto. Zeppelins cruising away from the arena with massive spotlights, probably making sure that no one escapes from the captivity of control. Dead audiences witness a game to the death, the only game being cricket. And last but yet least, this symbol of an aim reticule representing a sense of assassination as the game kills players in the arena, all formed by the clutches of Warne, the Shane. Here we are in the midst of the menu screen, and it already delivers an atmosphere of eerie silence, with the occasional technologic sound effect flipping through options. Sometimes the sound waves pass a pure horror. Yeah, that one. Maybe it's a distorted cry for help from the mouth of a dying Windows 98. We'll never know what lies behind this data. Huh! That was scarier than all the jump scares from the past 5 years of horror. Oh my lord, the true horror is yet to reveal itself and we're enslaved with this sort of torment? The wise words summon upon my face and submit a sentence saying, practice, practice, and practice mode. The wise words never fail to lead the way towards sanity. If we're to break the curse from the game, we'll need solitary skill to contend the opposing players, even if we all should work together and run to the hills. However, they found a tactic to stop these virtual characters from defeating that idea. The batter is glued to a vertical line, not being able to move his legs whatsoever. Only till the velocity of the ball passes through the barrier can he move his legs a touch. And after each throw, the system repeats. If we dissect this area, there's a black net surrounding the background, proving the point that these soldiers are held captive and need rescuing pronto. The design of the net is unfinished and haunting to a T, and the atmosphere seems off. The audio of birds chirping and lively nature presence cuts off at random points, portraying a fake reality and glancing towards repetition. If the camera perspective changes, the faraway distance seems like it's been painted and doesn't continue on. This isn't the scary part yet. Oh no. A hidden message can be located within this image. The white line if squished in represents the letter H, and if we turn the wicket sideways conveys an E. Removing the top 2 lines off the E creates an L, and if you rotate the L upside down and flip it backwards, add the 2 lines from the E in a different way and you get the letter P. What does that stand for? Help. You never know, it could also create the word hell too.
It's becoming more intense and we've only entered the virtual arena yet. All so far has been practice, and yes, we're already treading on thin ice.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Shane Warne cricket for the PS1. Is your head okay? Did you lose your memory?
No, you dumb fuck. I'll just keep my voice-acting mouth shut as you carry on about this ridiculous story.
Okay.
Can you at least talk about the game's presentation and the gameplay? To steer away from the stupid myth and add some more fucking variety?
Sure, I can easily do that.
For a video game that came out in 1998, it looks absolutely okay. The 32-bit pixels can surely give you a headache at times, especially looking at the distorted, ugly, polygonal faces of each tortured soul in the cricket field. It looks bland and empty at times, even though there's supposed to be a feeling of many humans surrounding large stadiums, but the animations and movements of the characters when they bowl or bat are quite smooth and definitely present what real cricketers would do. Graphics and animations are not really what you pay for in a cricket game, it's the way it plays, and it plays decently for what it is. From the bowling perspective, you pick your position where to throw the ball with this white oval, and then once in throw mode, move the D-pad about to give the ball some curve and out with the other player. Simple, yet a minor challenge to get used to over time. The batting experience is a different beast. Batting contains positioning the batter at a certain point position where you want to shoot the ball to with the D-pad and the help of the arrows on the bottom left. Not to forget the way you want to hit the ball using the action buttons. You can shoot the ball high, give it a fast sweep, or even play safe and give it a little light tap. So yeah.
Back to the story.
Wait, that's it? That's all you had to say about the game? What about the long loading times, the mediocre menu navigation, the other stuff that I can't think from the top of my script?
But that's boring, man. This nerd doesn't want to hear about the gameplay for a cricket game. He wants to hear the mystery behind this extravagant piece of hell.
Our new acquaintance probably fucking hates us for all we know.
Skulls, the nerd is right there.
No shit, I thought our random encounter was on the other side of the planet.
Anyway, back to the eerie story. So we enter the battle arena where we play as Australia's team against Sri Lanka in the desperate hope for survival. It's all treated like a disconnected game, but this is a show not to be witnessed upon thousands of flat surface creatures known as humans. Yet is. All the humans are smushed and crunched together, all screaming and cheering out cries for help of the dreaded death seats. Nothing can save them all. As the prisoners come onto the stage, aliens begin commentating the match in their fake British accents.
Welcome to Australia for the friendly match between Australia and Sri Lanka at Hobart. Well, there are a few clouds about here, but it's very warm and we can look forward to an excellent day's cricket. Now, Jeff Boycott's made the long climb up to join me in the box. You had a close look at the pitch earlier though, Jeffrey. How did it look to you?
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, nice day for batting, but there's a bit of grass on the pitch, so there'll be a bit of early movement for the seam bowlers. But the bounce won't be particularly high, so it shouldn't cause any problems for batsmen if they get forward whenever possible. After the new ball, I think the spinners will bowl a lot of overs. It will turn, probably slowly and predictable. It shouldn't cause batsmen of quality too many problems. All in all, you'd like to win the toss and bat first.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Well, let's go down to the pitch where the captains are about to toss the coin out in the middle.
They sound obvious as if they pre-recorded it all in a booth with mediocre microphone quality. Can't believe the audacity of how corrupt they come across as. They sound legitimate, yet illusionary at the same time. That's not the worst thing, folks, for there is another entity lying within the realm of this wretched experience of a game. Shane Warne himself, the devil of disgusting power and control, partakes in our team battle against the wicked men of the estate.
You're pushing a bit too far, man.
Quiet, you insipid candle of enlightenment. I'm trying to concentrate.
Okay, you poetic fraud. Jeez.
The lawn, in a bleak lime-saturated colour amidst all over the field with several advertisements around the edges, give off a granted sensation that this is all real. The only thing that gets in the way of that is the obvious lining destroying the virtual world, and reality of which is created. Commentary attacks the brain like vulgar wind and deserves to be ignored without hesitation. The battle begins between ball and bat, with luscious, full-blown swings, savage running to each end of the wicket, back and forth, balls zooming like flashy fireballs across the field to smash the wooden wicket with a force of will. The prisoners fight with all their might, sweating with pixelated graphics surely to melt the screen. The umpire waves his arm to bleach up the atmosphere and cancel the game due to major audio issues that commences as the battle becomes fierce and angry, assaulting the eardrums with unfulfilling pleasure. We have to break the curse, and the one singular way to make sure of this possibility is to simply change the name of the game. The actual game itself. That way, we can destroy all reference of the receding hairline destructor known as Shane Warne. But what cricket player? Who is a quite common player that everyone knows from the England area? Well, come on. I'm sure you know.
Brian Lara, there, that's the answer.
Skulls! What the hell is wrong with you? You just destroyed the entire build-up of this Shane Warne story. Why is it you that has to ruin everything?
Well, I'm sorry your stupid myth about a famous cricket player was enticing our present viewer. Maybe you should talk about something less interesting next time.
You mediocre fragrant, I knew I should have sewn your mouth shut.
What mouth?
You know what I mean. Maybe I should have thrown you in the fire.
That sounds like a great idea. It'd be much more entertaining than hear you talk cutswell up about a game that isn't even in the horror genre.
Well, that's a horror to me.
Then I'm sorry to say that you have shit taste in fucking games.
What's with your harsh nature? Ever since we left the shed, you've been nothing but a moody bastard.
Probably because I'm sick of your shit.
I don't need this right now. I'm gonna go get some wood. Hopefully your behavior has improved when I come back.
Not likely.
If you don't mind, entertain our friend at least. If you think I have shit taste, wait till you see what Skull of Skulls has for you bargain.
Don't worry, I have quite the excellent taste in media. Now the dickless prick is gone, let's take a look at one of the true horrors of the early 90s.